Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm going to show you some of the papers that I did this morning. They're a whole lot flatter because I did iron them. I'm not really sure how many sheets I have here, but it took me a little over 3 hours of standing on my feet at the oven doing this. So, and I like some of the prints that I got. Again, I used different baking sheets. I used 5 different baking sheets, and to get different effects, because they all have different amounts of wear and some don't have any wear at all. They were brand new. So I used 5 different baking sheets, and this is what I came up with. This is actually this is just regular 20 pound copy paper, and this is a combination of tea and vanilla. And then at one point, I had to mix some more tea, and I got a little stronger. So some of the pages are really a lot darker. But there, look at that. Isn't that weird? That's one of those baking pans that's been used a lot. I mean, it's multiple decades old, probably. Yeah. There, and some of the sides got really brown, and some of the interesting patterns that came up. And I love this drip. I love the drip part. So, and now some of it's really dark. Some of it, I tore some of it, so you'll see some of it. I'll whip through here a little bit faster. There's some more interesting patterns. These are the pages that are actually going to go in that book, the cover that I just showed you. I mean, paper is paper, right? But some of it looks like drops. It's interesting. I solved my problem of the weird edges. This one got a little bit weird, but I remember it popped up it curled up on the corner of the baking sheet a little bit. I have to do single sheets, single layers, and then I lowered my oven temperature back down again to, I think it was about 215, 220 when I did these papers. Weird patterns. So they turned out, I think these turned out really cool. And like that one, I love that one. That was where I actually had the baking sheet covered with some parchment paper, because it was the old baking sheets, and I said I didn't like these puddling that it was doing because the parchment paper was curving, and I said to heck with it. These are some of the first ones I did. I'm kind of going from back to front, but I said to heck with it. I'm not doing that anymore. These are actually papers that I punched the edges with the spider punch. The Martha Stewart. It's a part of a punch around the page punch, and I did quite a few of those. Let's see, that one. Let's see. That's the only problem. They stick together. That one's kind of neat. They're a little fragile when they stick together. That's why whenever I put them in the signature, I'm going to put them in between blank pages. Pages that don't have this, so they won't be right up against each other. But you know, I think I had 10 of those. Turn out kind of neat. See, that's one where it popped up on the edge, but that's going to be in the part of that 1/2 inch, so it's not really going to show. That's a wild one. I know, I am literally just showing you paper. And then I decided to tear. Then I decided to tear it, and this is where it got really dark, because I left it in longer, and this is part of I had to redo my coffee, my tea. I add a little more tea. But see how brown it got around the edges? It's really cool. I like that though. And I tore it. So I tore that one a little bit, and then tore the corners of this one a little bit. But then I said, let me tear some more. So I tore a lot. But tearing it and then dyeing it and baking it, then you get that that cool edge. Okay, and it's so dark. Another one of those funky patterns on there, but it's so dark, but it's cool. I like that. And then this, I said, well, I'm just going to tear all the way to the line where I'm going to bind it. But it made the page smaller, yes, but I still got the torn effect all the way around, which I thought was really cool. And then this one got really funkified on me. And this one actually stuck to the cookie sheet. And the back is really cool. And now, remember, these have been ironed. I didn't want to iron all of the character out of them, but let's see how neat the edge turned out. I'm still shaky. I didn't eat this morning. I didn't eat till noon, and my blood sugar drops and I start to shake. And I did eat, but it takes a little while for the you know, shakiness to go away while my body absorbs the sugar, I guess. I'm not diabetic. I'm hypoglycemic if I don't eat, and I start to shake, and yes, I have passed out before. And this, I don't know why it didn't take the tea, but look, funky paper. And then these are some cardstocks out of a 12 by 12 pad that I went ahead and tea-dyed because I kind of like them. They look like leather, and I might incorporate these into the book itself. And that was the black, and this was the red. I trimmed it down a 1/2 inch off of each side, and then I trimmed it down to 8.5 by 11. Trimmed it down to 11 by 8.5. But I wanted the back of it aged, so I did that. And then there's just some papers that they look like old wallpaper, so I went ahead and baked them, dyed those and baked them. I like this one a lot. I know, this is so boring probably, but just to see the different effects, this is really wild. And these two are like, and I like it because when I sew them together, well, when I sew them into the book, they're going to be connected here, and there's going to be pages in between, and that's going to be that one, and then you can imagine, and then that's going to be that one. And I thought it looked like old wallpaper, like an old house where someone would sneak in and make their potions. Someone like me. And then this is the same way. I kind of like that green. The green and the yellow. I don't know why. It just reminded me of something. You know, it's going to be kind of a gothic spell book, maybe potions, and I don't know, Halloween. But it kind of reminded me of like Poison. You know, Poison, at least green or yellow or icky. And so I was tearing paper, so I just decided to tear all the way around the page to get this one. And that one can, like, if I wanted to do this, you know, I could glue it on there and make it like that. Just an idea. And there's another one that's got the weird pattern on it. And then I had some cardstock. It was really heavy, and I said, well, let me get some of that. And this is like sheep parchment, I'm telling you. And it turned out really cool. I tore it and then I dyed it, so the edges took the stain of the tea. And again, you could, let's just say, put it on one of these pages like this. See, this tack, you know, glue that down and use that. It's kind of a decorative element. Okay, all right. I think I bored you enough, but you're probably doing something else while you were listening to that, maybe, or you just turned me off. If you got to the end and didn't get to the end and turned me off, that's fine. You won't know it anyway. Or I won't know it. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'm going to be back on with just another very short video. Bye.